back at it this Saturday morning. I'm going to show you my new plan for what I'm going to do there, but I'm greasing everything up, and normally I put about a tube in here and usually a tube in here, and I only went for not even 4 hours yesterday, so I'm putting in half a tube empty, another full tube. I'm always looking here. I go like this because usually it comes out of this side first. So I'm saying I put in a third tube, and I'm like, I only brought 3 tubes out with me. So I come over here. That's about $9 worth of grease that I just wasted right there. So note to self, check all the sides. It has never come out of that, but since I put the spacers in, I guess it's changed things around a little bit, the shims. So, well, that's a good waste of grease. I could almost scoop that up and put it in a jar and use it for on bearings or something, but I'm not gonna do that because that would be too smart. So I'll go back over in a second and I'll show you what I'm gonna do. I just got to clean this mess up. Okay, what I'm planning on doing, and I'm going to try anyway, is I'm going to use the blade on the on the tractor, and I'm going to just push a little bit of this dirt in some of these crevasses over here. I don't see, if I had a dozer, it would be perfect, because all this dirt that I'm digging up, I could just blade off right down the line here, and I'd be done with it. But since that's not the case, I got to do with what I have for now. So, but what I think I'm going to do, or what I had been doing yesterday, was I was just staying up on top of the finger and just digging down as much as I could dig. And as you can see, I didn't really want the water to come in, but you know, it's the ground, it just seeps in. So at least I wasn't digging up muddy stuff yesterday. But I don't think I like the look. I don't really want to look at that canyon looking thing sticking out of the water until the water level goes to where it's supposed to be, which could be who knows how long. So I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to maybe take 6 feet off the top of that and then come down on top of that and remove that. So do it in 2 sections. But I think then I should still be able to reach that if I'm down. I can't reach it now, but if I'm down, you know, if I'm down 6 feet lower, I should be able to reach that. And I'm kind of, you know, in between, I'm trying to move the dirt out of the way. Like I said, I think I'm just going to pile it up over here, because when I do get a dozer, then I can just blade that off, because there's no real sense to do it if I can't track it in. I did track this in with the excavator, but I don't want to be wearing that thing out to doing that. So so I think that's the plan. Always subject to change with me, but that's what I'm going to start with this morning anyway, and see if that works. So here we go. There's the extent of my dozer action. It didn't do too bad, actually. I wish I've got fluid in the tires, you know, but I wish I got the wheel weights. They didn't have them, and they were going to take forever, and I didn't feel like waiting, so I probably should order those too. But I know it's not a dozer, but it does work pretty good. I mean, it was a lot easier than pushing it by hand, that's for sure. So I just wanted to see if it would work. It's not going to go on that angle, though. I mean, it's not really going to do that, so I'm not even going to try. All right, let's get out there. I set the camera up, the other one down, kind of, well, I got stuck. It was down there, but it is mushy down there, but I don't think the tripod will sink. So we'll see how that looks for a different, little different angle. I was going to try to get it on this side, but there was no real good place to put it. So I'll look, maybe I'll change it after, once I get started. Well, I'm going to try to fill in a little bit of over here, because I can move this dirt out of the way anyway, so. say I could make this place be a movie studio. They could rent it to them. They could do miniature stuff, but they do everything CG now, I guess. But, yep, there we go. Right there, you can see one of the old dragline cables that I dug up. I dug up about 5 or 6 of them. I'll put a link to the video of that getting ripped apart, but nice to find a little bit of buried treasure. Just the day of these things. I just happened to notice, saw that pin, and on the way around it looked to me like it was sticking out farther than normal, and lost another bolt. I guess I should have changed it. It was a little worn, and it wasn't a grade 8. That wasn't one I had put in. It was one that was in there. So I think I have another one. I hope it's big enough. I'll go see, but I got to put something in there anyway. Unbelievable. Well, it's a good time to go move the camera to a different spot. All right, well, that wasted a half an hour. I had a bolt. Well, I knew I had a bolt in my excavator bag. I have a bag of tools that I don't always keep on it because they never thought of putting a toolbox somewhere. But what I ended up doing was I had to take that bolt out. That was a 1/2 inch bigger than this bolt, because it would fit, but not with a washer, and the hole is so rounded out on the top that the bolt would have ended up coming right through. So that one is on there. I'm going to have to pick up a couple extra ones. Again, that wasn't a grade 8 bolt, so yeah, I'm sure it doesn't like its side grating. That's probably puts a lot of pressure on that thing, but it's also has been in there for 20 years, so that's probably why. So I just replaced it. Like, I don't really need that bolt, but I'm keeping it on there just in case. Can't hurt. So that's back on, and I greased it all back up again and ready to go for round 2. could be like a tooth that I couldn't find. I can't find it, but I always know where it is. Well, I got it. But let's see. I can put it over there. Get it out. See, it's always a bunch of dirt that falls on it, and it puts more pressure on it than, yeah, see? pull a couple of cables out. So I know a lot of people like the history of that. Was from that old drag line, and I'll link the video of its destruction in the description, and in the I'll try to get it on the screen so you could click on it. But there's two of the cables, and I know there's one more in here. I'm just not bothering to pull it out yet. It's right there, and it goes over to there, but there's a lot of dirt on it, so I'm not going to pull it out now. I'll worry about it later. So I'm just going to take the tractor and blade off this ramp and take out the little wall at the end, just so it's supposed to rain a couple of days. I don't want to have a dam at the end, so the water will run out, so I can get down there and finish. But it's pretty much done. Let's see if I can get a shot around from the side. This is some good material too. This will be good even for when I build our house. I probably will still put a basement, half basement, like I did on David's house. But if I don't, or at least for the garage, and I need some material for the pad, that is some good stuff. So I'm going to calculate out the amount of material that I moved that's in this. But this is 175 feet long by 75 feet wide, by like 16 feet tall. So I'm going to use the calculator and figure out how many yards that was, but it's a lot of yards. But you can see how far I've cleared it back, so I'm happy with that. That's really one day. That's pretty much one day worth of time. So I will, tomorrow's Father's Day, so and I think it's going to be raining, so I don't think I'll be working tomorrow, but I will be back at it next week once it stops raining, as long as it's dried up. But see, this is the area where I could use the dozer for, because all these crevasses came in, and look, now it's growing. There's vegetation growing in the places that I need to fill in, and not on where we need it to be. So I'm gonna get matting for this when I finally do it, because I'm not gonna be doing this every day or every week or every year. Once I get it done next time, I'm gonna put matting over it. Okay, that's that. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Another shot from down, bladed off. But the good thing is, because of that little barrier island that's around there, pretty much all the sediment that I stirred up is staying inside this little cove here, so that it'll settle out and it won't make the rest of the lake all nasty. So, and probably in an hour we're gonna have thunderstorms. They started moving in. It's I looked on the radar, they're about 35 minutes away right now, so we'll see what'll happen. We'll get something, maybe we won't, but at least this is all ready for it. So again, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Well, here's the pin, and I had to get a radiator hose in order to they had nothing, just regular hose, so unfortunately I gotta waste the rest of it. But it's just 4 inches I need, so I'm going to, between that and that, I am going to cut a 4-inch piece, and I'll go get a shot putting it in. But I'd like to give a shout out to Lightning Fabrication and to Todd Blanton, who both simultaneously, it seemed like, came up with this idea. And that was a very good idea. I was thinking about putting it on the block, but this makes much more sense putting it on the pin, because that will hold it down and I don't have to worry about glue breaking or anything like that. So that was very good, so I want to thank them for that. So let me get to it and get it on there. Okay, there we go. 4-inch piece of radiator hose, and you can see now there's really, I mean, it'll have a little side-to-side play. It's got to have something. but that is not bad. And what I did was, because it was exactly the size, so I greased up the pin and put it in. So I probably should clean off some of that just so we don't have a big goopy mess all over everything. But I think that will be a very good thing. So again, thanks Lightning Fabrication and Todd for that idea. I liked it and did it, and it is done. All right, let me give it.